To inspect and maintain the brake system on your Indian Sport Chief, follow these steps. Park the motorcycle on a flat level surface in the fully upright position. With the handlebars pointing straight ahead, inspect the fluid level in the front brake reservoir through the sight glass. A flashlight can be used to illuminate the reservoir in dark areas. If fluid is needed, clean the area with a clean cloth. Then remove the two cover fasteners. Lift the cover and diaphragm off and set aside. Add fluid as needed. Do not overfill. Reinstall the diaphragm, cover, and fasteners. Torque the fasteners to specification. Before continuing, clean any residual fluid off the vehicle to prevent paint damage. Next, move to the brake lever hinge point and remove the bottom nut. Then remove the pivot pin and pull the brake lever out. Next, clean off any old grease or dirt from the pivot pin and brake lever. Then lubricate the pivot pin and brake lever hinge point with all-purpose grease. Continue by cleaning any old grease from the brake lever bracket and lubricate with all-purpose grease. Reinstall the brake lever and align the pinhole. Then reinstall the pivot pin fully. Also, reinstall the nut and torque to specification. Before continuing, clean any residual grease off the bike and ensure proper operation of the brake lever. Next, inspect the banjo bolts on the inside of the master cylinder for leaks. Follow the brake lines from the front junction block to the front brake calipers, looking for any leaks, kinks, or damage. Also, ensure the retention clip is properly secured. Then, inspect the connections at the front brake caliper for leaks. Next, position an inspection mirror at the back side of the caliper to view the friction material. Replace when the thinnest point of the friction material has worn to the service limit indicator groove. Continue by measuring the thickness of the front brake rotor at 4 or more locations. Replace the rotor if damaged or worn to the minimum thickness at any point. Repeat on other side. Next, move to the rear fluid reservoir near the rear brake pedal on the right side of the bike. Ensuring the bike is level, inspect the fluid level while using a flashlight as needed. If fluid is needed, clean the area with a clean cloth. Then remove the two cover fasteners. Lift the cover and diaphragm off and set aside. Add fluid as needed. Do not overfill. Reinstall the diaphragm, cover, and fasteners. Torque the fasteners to specification. Before continuing, clean any residual fluid off the vehicle to prevent paint damage. Next, inspect for leaks on the banjo bolts at the rear master cylinder. Continue to the rear caliper banjo bolt looking for any leaks, kinks, or damage. Then, inspect the rear brake pads and rotors and replace any that are worn to their minimum thickness. If inspection reveals a need for service or replacement, see your authorized Indian motorcycle dealer. For more information, see your authorized Indian Motorcycle dealer or visit IndianMotorcycle.com.